And good evening, Bobcat Nation. Welcome to another edition of the Bobcat Blitz Sports Update. We're coming to you live from the cage, where tonight, boys basketball is taking on our crosstown rival, Port Charlotte. 7 p.m. tip-off for the varsity game. JV just about started. I want to thank you all for coming back. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And join us live, as always, from our Zoom studio. It's going to be StreamYard studio. Mr. John Raleigh.
Hey, how you doing, Sean?
A beautiful, brisk night. I took my jacket off so you can see my Bobcats. So it's beautiful out tonight, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's a little chillier up here in Tampa area.
Right. It's always a good degree or two colder. It always feels that way. So, all right. So, John, a couple things tonight. We are not only we hyping the big game here, we're also going to say goodbye. We had a tradition last year. We said goodbye to the season of sports. So we're going to say goodbye to football tonight. We tried to do this a couple weeks ago, but we had an election, we had Thanksgiving, we had a lot of things in the way, so we're finally back at it. So before we get going, though, a whole bunch of activities. If you check out the website, you'll see we had a great win last night for women's basketball. They're doing really good this year, John. They started off pretty strong. Great win home against Palmetto. And then, of course, we got a whole bunch of basketball, a bunch of soccer. Big days come up Saturday. That's when all four of those teams do their trip down to Key West. We were 4-0 last year. We beat all the Key West teams last year in basketball and soccer. They're going to do it again this Saturday. All of our best luck to all of them. So, a lot going on. It's winter sports. You know it's a lot going on. You're a high school fan. You got football. You got basketball. They got wrestling on Saturday at Brandon. They've got weightlifting. There's all sorts of stuff going on. I can't even keep track of it anymore. So,
if you're bored at the high school, there's a problem.
Right, exactly. There's always something to watch, something to do. So, all right, before we go say hi to Coach Belser and our football wrap-up, I want to see what's on the camera here just for a second.
Oh, you got Angela and you got Corbin.
All right, Corbin, I don't know how much we tipped you off tonight, but Corbin White, one of our senior football players, I'm going to give the introduction real quick. Corbin, I don't know if you knew this or not, but all season long, the last 2 seasons, when I got to go to the away football games, I got to see who popped in, and your family were just all-stars. They were fantastic. They were on every game. I got to meet one of your California relatives early on this year. Yeah. We had a little contest over who's the farthest. So we had people from Florida. We had Georgia, Tennessee, West Virginia, Montana, Ohio. We had someone on the cruise ship watched us. Oh, yeah. But total distance-wise, your California relatives beat us every time. So I had to get them on. I don't know which flight is on tonight, so we'll let them introduce themselves. I want to surprise you, Corbin, with this.
Hey, so it's me. I'm his Lolly. I'm Angela. I'm his auntie from California.
Did I meet you, Miss White, or not?
Yep, I'm the one who met you. I was there with my mom and my husband at the game in
Fort Haven, I believe.
Yeah.
In the swamp. The other swamp, not the Florida Gator swamp, but the real swamp down there. Oh, my goodness. Bless your heart. I had to bring you on for a couple of reasons. One, I love to see family rooting on, each other's, but I'm so happy we could at least show you a little bit of Corbin's senior and junior years. I know it's not the best technology. I know it's just a cell phone. What did it mean to you guys to see these kids on streaming on some kind of platform?
Well, it was awesome because, our family's a big football family, and it was that was one of the hardest things about them being so far away. It was like not being able to literally root him on, but then we were able to. So to be able to see him and then to be able to put it on the TV for my mom, because so she's supposed to be here right now, but I don't know. Okay. She's having phone issues. but for her to be able to see it on our TV and be able to watch Corbin, it was wonderful. And it was really cool to see him also with his teammates and his friends. So yeah, it was wonderful.
And you're out in California. What part of California are you?
We're in San Jose.
Okay, and so right now it's 3:00.
Yep, 3:04.
Oh my goodness, Corbin, did you know they were watching you these away games?
Sometimes I did.
So Corbin, what's that mean to you to know that you have family, not just California? Didn't you have Tennessee as well?
Yep. Yes, he did.
Tennessee family and all that. How cool is that? I know it's not the best technology. We're getting to get better each year. What we learned, though, Corbin, is when you went to an away game that was not covered by us, and let's say the school had a streaming platform, it always let us down. I don't care what school it was. We either couldn't hear it, couldn't see it, except for the Key West game. That's the only one that worked, and we don't want to talk about that game. So, oh my goodness. So, Corbin, what do you think about that? Have your family all over the country able to watch you your last 2 years?
I think it's amazing that they can't see it in person, but they can see it anywhere, anytime.
You sound like a Charlie Brown cartoon. I couldn't hear a word he said. We're gonna take that as a good. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it as positive.
I heard it. He said he thought it was amazing that even though we couldn't be there in person, that we could see him.
Yeah. So Ann from San Jose, you came out to Moorhaven, which is in the middle of nowhere, Florida.
Yeah.
What got you down there for that game? Of all the games, that's a crazy one to go see. It's a preseason game.
That was the weekend that his sister graduated from University of Florida.
Right, and I met her too, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, did you think going into his high school years you'd ever have that experience, or was that you had to plan that, or?
Oh yeah, no, it would have to be planned for us to get to watch his football game. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. So no, that was very exciting. And so when we knew that Taylor was going to graduate, because she graduated the weekend before, we stayed out longer than we normally stayed to make sure we could see his football game in person. And then to watch his little brother, who's a part of the junior Bobcats.
Right. And John, I don't know if you know this or not, we actually got to speak to the other White out here with the youth league. I forgot the team that they're on, but I didn't know there's another one here. Is that Corbin's dad?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I met him. Yeah. So we got one coming up as well.
Yep, Weston.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got quite the White family all over the place. That's pretty cool.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Corbin, before we say goodbye to your family, and we'll get to more of the football side of it here, what would you say to parents out there all over the country? Because I'm still finding people who don't know about our Facebook page that we had the away games on. How did you find out about this, and how did you let your family know about this? I can't hear him.
I just, she showed me.
His mom would share it on Facebook. So she liked your page, and then she would share it with all of us in the family. And then where we could, we would try to share it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor, guys. I'm getting a message. Bonnie needs to sign off and click her microphone and camera. Can you help me do that with her? I have no way of getting a hold of Bonnie. Needs to sign off and click the microphone and camera. I'm getting instructions here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she just needs to sign off, come back on.
Okay, gotcha. So.
Yep. Once she goes into that app, she clicks on microphone, just in case she's watching, microphone and camera.
Now, is Bonnie there in California with you or in Florida?
She's in California.
Oh my goodness, another one. Wow.
That's my mom.
Okay.
So normally we're together, but I had to be at my office for work. So because normally I'm her tech person.
Right, that's how it is. Sure, of course. John, it's so weird to think that this country is so wide. They're 3 hours back in time on us, and we had a viewer last year watched an away game on a cruise ship. We've had a viewer watch us all the way as far as Thailand. He broke the record. Unfortunately, the game was rained out, so we never got the broadcast. We put him on anyways because he was such a great guy, Mr. Lou. So I've got a guest coming on later from Dominican Republic. But distance-wise, California is still, other than the Thailand person, you're still our longest achiever. So I do appreciate that.
So I got a question for Angela, because we were doing the live streaming. We did all those things to try to get the families involved and be able to see. When it came right down to it, though, how many times did you get to watch him on film before that?
Oh, before that, without you guys, we weren't able to.
So there was some added value to what we were doing there.
Totally, absolutely.
And then I know Corbin, you did you get to watch yourself back at all?
I don't think so.
You didn't. All right. So the really cool part of this though is, I was the booster president back in 07 and 08, And we didn't have this technology back then where we could live stream all this stuff out. And we had a lot of people that went without seeing any of their family members for a long time. What would be some encouraging words for people as far as you're concerned, Angela, as far as them helping us get the message out and really promoting it?
Well, I think it's just, I mean, so when I was in high school, I played sports, and, you know, it always did you like, you just felt very positive to have fans, to have your family there rooting you on. And this day and age, everybody's everywhere, right? And so this just allows the kids to feel the support. I mean, I hope they feel the support, or like, and know, to be able to call up our nephew and say, hey, you did a great job, or at least let my brother and sister-in-law know, like, hey, we watched him. I mean, this is just, it was wonderful. And I totally, like, whenever we had a chance, we would try to like tell the family, hey, go watch this. So it was invaluable to us being so far away.
Fantastic. So you know what your job is, Corbin? You got to start bragging about this opportunity, man. Start talking about it. You know what? It's kind of cool to be able to have your family from California seeing you play football and do different things like that. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot for me because it shows that I have like people across the country to support me.
Fantastic. So I muted Sean. I'm gonna bring him back on.
So, Miss Angela, I didn't know if I told you this.
I had muted you because we're getting a little bit of a wind background on you.
Oh, is it still pretty bad?
Yeah, no, it's all right now. Go.
Okay. So, Miss Angela, I don't know if you knew the story or not. I first met Corbin not as a football player, but he came out and helped us, not us, but helped the city out with his Key Club volunteering over at City Hall in Northport. We have an annual, the Firemen Color Guard. They do a Remember the Fall on September 11th run they do, and it's a very powerful day here in Northport. But he was out there bright and early, and I recognized his name. I'm like, oh, it's Corbin. So it's really neat to see that your nephew is not just helping out the city, not just doing football, but he's got a lot of well-balanced activities. Was he always this good a kid, or how he's like back in his youth, his tinier youth?
You know what? He has always been a good kid, to be honest with you. Like, I actually have to say I'm very proud of him and his sister and his brother, because they've been very talented athletes, but they're also just really good people. They're very talented in academics. So yeah, he's always been a good kid. Like he's always been kind and loving to, especially his he's got a lot of, feels like a lot of grandparents. But yeah, so he's just always been very kind. He's just a very good kid.
Good. Corbin, next to me over here on camera's right, we have the 941 coaches pit crew. They're here tonight for the Port Charlotte basketball game. This is Coach Allshouse, Coach Egloff, Coach Palmer. I went over there before the show. I said, you got anything funny or I could tease Corbin with? Coach Palmer said, I've got some kid pictures when he was a little squirt. Oh. I said, no, we're not going to embarrass you. I promise. I said, that will devastate you. So they knew about this episode as well. It's like, any nicknames? I bet Ant has something funny. Any nicknames for him?
Well, his nickname, I mean, we call him Fa'asamoa because so my husband is Samoan, and he used to talk to Corbin in Samoan, and it would be funny because Corbin would talk back to him, and we were like, it kind of sounds like he's talking Samoan. So Fa'asamoa means like talking Samoan. So we used to always tell him his chief name was Fa'asamoa.
That's pretty cool.
Other than that,
Corbin, you're pretty quiet there. How did you tell us about your 4 years here? You're done. You want to coach up to 16 seniors. What was your overall impression? I know the beginning wasn't as good as the end. I know that for sure.
Yeah, the beginning definitely had its lows, but it also had its highs. Overall, my 4 years here, amazing. I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of different people, and I'm just grateful I was coached by amazing coaches. And yeah.
That's awesome. How many years you play football now, Corbin?
7 years.
7 years. All right. So what team did you play for before you came to high school?
The Northport Huskies. The local
Northport
team.
Huskies. So you went through the Husky program and then you went into the high school program. How do those two marry each other? How does it work out where you transitioned into the high school? Was that a good transition?
Yes, it was a good transition.
Well, what's your favorite part about the Huskies program? And then what's the favorite part about the high school program?
The Huskies program, I really like the coaching. The coaching was really good there. Northport, I would say the coaching too. It was.
I brag about the coaching here a little bit. I don't need you to butter them up, but what I'd like you to tell is why that meant a lot to you. Was there mentoring? Was there mentoring involved?
Was there what?
Mentoring.
Yes,
involved?
there was mentoring. Like Northport, the high school was right over there, and we kind of looked up to the high school athletes, and yeah.
So I got a special guest that's joined us, Miss Bonnie.
Yes.
How you doing?
Late to the party.
You're late to the party, but honey, you broke the door down. You got here.
Yeah, really. I took 3 of us here.
That's all right. Hey, Sean, I got Bonnie in the house. Oh, hold on, Sean. Hold on, Sean. I had to mute you again. All right, go, Sean.
I said, Miss Bonnie, are you Corbin's grandma?
I sure am.
All right, there you go. That's awesome. I don't know if
Yes.
Corbin knew you were going to be on tonight. I didn't know if he got
Well-
surprised or not. I hope he did.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I took my grandson here and his girlfriend to do this. Oh, I'm so proud of Corbin. So proud. And I enjoyed the couple games that I got to come to and be there physically. And then watching him on TV was great.
That's
great.
awesome. That's fantastic. Well, I'm glad I could pull it off. It was hard at times because of my day job, but I was able to swing a few games for you guys. I really enjoyed it.
You were
Yeah.
great.
We're very grateful. Thank you so much.
No
Yeah.
problem. Of course not. So Nana, are you out? You're in California also, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. And we talked earlier about how your family's all over and you
Oh,
big
yeah.
family. You got some here in Florida as well as Tennessee, and how great it was to be able to broadcast to you. You got any message for your grandson?
Oh, I love him so much. I'm just so proud of you, Corbin. My goodness. And look, we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Bridging generations. This is the first for our show, by the way. We've never had the family on before. You are our first super fans ever.
Woo-hoo.
We highlighted.
Woo!
I think it's a good tradition. We'll have to try it again next year. We'll see if we can find a super fan family out there.
Yeah. And when Weston's over there at Northport High School, we'll have to do this all over again.
I love it. I think it's a great idea. We'll do the same thing. We'll probably have a better camera by then, a better sound system. So we can
It's
get some
okay.
closer. That's fantastic.
I'm so appreciative of you and
Oh, yeah, of
everything you
course.
did for the team and the spans and everything.
Well, that means a lot to
Great.
me. It meant a lot to John as well. John and I thought about this about a year ago. It was a totally unrelated subject, and here we are. 2 years later, we got families on here. We got
Yeah.
who would have thought? So, well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you can make it on, Miss Bonnie.
Yeah, it was.
Are there any
great.
more? Are there any more of Corbin's family coming on tonight? Or are you the only two?
No, we're the only 2.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Bonnie, do you have any cutesy names for Corbin? We don't want to embarrass him too much. We just found out he had a Samoan nickname, which is pretty cool.
Samoa.
Oh,
and
you know it too? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I live with Samoa in my house.
Okay.
And Banks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. How do you
And
say
then
go
he-
Bobcats in Samoan, Corbin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Find out by the time your brother gets here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could do a haka by the time your brother gets here. You could be the only team in the
I don't
area
know.
that does a haka on the 50-yard
There you
line.
go. There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm a big rugby guy, so I know all about that. That's fantastic. All right.
All
Well,
right.
John,
Well, thanks.
I got nothing left to ask these poor people. They've done a great job with us
No,
tonight.
you guys, the one thing I'm gonna say is that having grandmother on the show for the first time, Bonnie, you represented grandmothers really well.
Oh,
Because you fought through the technology side of things.
well,
And,
that took help.
but you know what? It's really cool that you're on here and you can watch this back. How about a good shout out at Go Bobcats?
Go Bobcats!
All
There you
right.
go.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, he
Thank
comes
you
from
so
a
much.
pretty big football family, so
That's awesome. You guys do great. You represented your family well, and Corbin, you represented Northport with a lot of pride. So
Thank you.
congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I love you,
Bye.
Corbin.
Love you too.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You're
Bye.
Miss
wonderful.
White, thank you so much for doing this for us. I appreciate this. It
Oh
means a lot to me
yes,
to do
it was
Thank
great.
you. This was awesome. Thank you.
this. All right.
Good. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right. So, John, do we have anybody on left or?
We do not.
Okay. So, just to let you all know, I pan the camera over because our world famous pit crew's back. And even more famous, they brought their funnel cake fries. That was a big selling point last year. So huge shout out for them for showing up tonight. They're going to be here for most of the boys' basketball games. They got, and they don't have the pulled pork sandwiches, but they do have something better. They got chili cheese dogs, which I'm going to knock a couple of those down tonight.
No
Sorry,
doubt.
family. Sorry, family. But yeah, John, these guys are pretty famous there. They've been feeding us really well since last season. Big game tonight, Port Charlotte taking on the Bobcats. Varsity will be 7 o'clock. Still plenty of time to get down here. We are going to thank a couple people real quick, John. We're going to thank Tommy's Express Car Wash. We had them back for the Halloween show. They are the first business sponsor for our new coach Stevenson. Hopefully he's not the last, but he's the first. And I told them today, I'd put him on air. Thank you for stepping up and helping Coach Stevenson out. He's a brand new coach. He doesn't have the business connections yet. So partners, if you're out there, sponsors, we'd love to have you join, help out the basketball program. We also want to give a big shout out to the Bobcat baseball program. They have a big golf tournament on the 7th. That's this Saturday. It's a morning golf tournament, not an afternoon one. They're going to have breakfast and all that. They still have sponsorships available, and there's still time to sign up. Be it singles or foursomes, you can do it. They have all the usual bells and whistles with the whole sponsors and the prizes and all that. Gives you plenty of time to go to the other main event for Northport. That, of course, John, you did an episode on the Poinsettia Parade. We got a lot of Northport. There's going to be a lot of Northport students there. I know SGA will be there. Northport football will be there. I'll be there with DeFi, Drug Free Youth, and Mr. Stringer's kids. We do a float every year. I get to be the driver for that. It's my last year doing it because my daughter's graduating, and I'm sure there's several other Northport high school clubs. Key Club's probably going to be there. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're going to be there. So, big week ahead of us for Northport. I'll be doing a quick little promo when I get out there. I'll try to find all the Northport students that I can on Saturday. Again, you can watch John's episode earlier in the week. They talked with Parks and Recreation on that. So,
Absolutely.
A lot going on, John.
Absolutely. And big ending to the year, too.
Correct. So, all right, that's it for me tonight. I don't have
Right.
anybody else, so I want to thank you for the abbreviated version. I got to get ready for the big Port Charlotte game, so I got to get my announcer voice ready to go.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much.
Take care. See you guys. See you.
Bye-bye.